If you guys want to buy or sell cheap and reliable Rocket League keys and items, head over to the first link in the description. Gameflip offer extra security on all sales and purchases, making the site safe to use. The first 1,000 people that use my code shown on screen and in the description will receive $1 absolutely free. What's up guys, welcome to a brand new video where today we're going to be going through some new awesome looking goal explosions. So that's right, recently there's been a YouTuber who's gone ahead and made his own concepts of goal explosions. I've been waiting to see if someone would make their own, or like there'd be like mods on the PC Rocket League side to see if anyone would like make their own concepts and come up with their own ideas, because now they've added goal explosions. Is obviously a whole new world of modding and editing which people can add in their own ideas, which will be completely awesome. We've already seen people like modifying the decals, making their own universal decals, making their own like cars and stuff like that. It's already been done in Rocket League, and now it's time for something different. So now the goal explosions are here. They've been here for a while, and it's been like a waiting game to see if anyone's came up with their own concepts. And finally, there was a guy on YouTube who goes by the name of Bitplex, who dropped a video on the 31st of July 2017 of a bunch of new concepts that he made, which look really awesome. So if you haven't already seen his video, or I believe the Camp and Russia made a video like literally the second he dropped it, then I'm going to show you guys what they look like today, because they do look really cool. So first things first, I want to give 100% credit for this whole video, the whole video idea to Bitplex, because if it wasn't for his like ideas and his own goal explosion concepts, this video wouldn't be possible, kind of thing. So his link's going to be in the description below. Go check out Bitplex, because he's going to be the main focus of today's video. And yeah, let's just go and take a look at all of his concepts. So this is the video we're talking about. It currently has 33,400 views on it, and personally I think it's a video which deserves a lot more, as he has obviously spent a lot of time on this video and this concept, coming up with these ideas, because the actual graphics are so insane. It actually looks so legit. It looks like they're already currently in the game. So this guy is an absolute legend, like a graphic designing pro or something like that, because it's absolutely insane. So like I said, this is the video in question. It's only a minute long. He just quickly goes through them, but as you can see on screen, he's got the standard ones and the classic ones, and then he's got the Hellfire, and then all of the ones which he's made. And I'm assuming he's done this just to show how it would fit into the rest of them, and how they would just fit in with Hellfire and all the other ones. So as you can see, he's got the standard ones, the classic one, and the Hellfire, and then after the Hellfire he's got a bunch of other ones. So in total he's got 10 new goal explosions, which all look insane, and we're going to be going through them one by one. As you can see from the names, he's also got like the little picture for them, like the thumbnail kind of thing for the picture, which actually looks really cool as well. So you can kind of get an idea from that as well, and as well from the names. So the first one is the Nebula, then it's Phantom, Dynamite, Wormhole, Kryptonite, Kraken, Cannon Blast, Binary, Bitplex, and Venom. So as we look at the Nebula one, we can see it's got some like weird explosion which then goes back in. So I'm assuming like a science, like in science terms, like a star, like Nebula's star maybe, and it collapses in on itself. I'm not sure, but it looks really cool. I mean, science, I did that a long time ago, but it kind of looks like a collapsed star or something like that, where it explodes and then implodes or something. I don't know, but either way, it does look really cool the way it comes out and then goes back in like that. And you can also see when it implodes, like there's still a light there, so that like last light of life, I guess, I don't know, but it's still, like I said, a really cool idea, even for the first one. Like this is just the first one. We've got 9 other goal explosions. This is just one of them. So the second one is Phantom, and it's kind of more, you kind of predict more what's going to happen in this one. So if you don't already know, a Phantom's kind of like a ghostly figure, I guess, kind of thing. So obviously it's got to try and get something like ghostly and something. So when you score with the phantom goal explosion, 2 ghostly arms will come out of the net and like reach out and stuff, and that looks really cool. Again, I'm not sure how this guy made these like goal explosions, these concepts, but they are actually so insane, and he must have spent a lot of time making these. So again, Bitplex, you're insane. So yeah, the phantom goal explosion does look really nice too, as well as the Nebula. So for the third one we have Dynamite, and this one it's self-explanatory. Everyone really knows what Dynamite is, and it kind of looks like he's put the dynamite under rocks kind of thing. So when you score, it explodes with a bunch of rocks coming out, or concrete. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure Bitplex had an idea in his head of what it is. But to me, it kind of just looks like rocks. So just like an explosion of rocks, the ball's turned into rock and it's just exploded everywhere, which again, it just looks really cool. All of these are completely unique and so insane. Now for the fourth one, which is personally one of my favorite ones, purely because the mass destruction of it, or the mass of it, is so insane. It's the Wormhole. As you guys can see on screen now, how when you score and then the whole screen goes warped and it like literally comes out at you, is actually insane. Again, I think I'm using the word insane too much, but like I said, it's just madness how much detail has gone into these goal explosions. Again, if you don't already know what a wormhole is, it's basically just a big hole which is supposed to be out in space and whatnot. So it's just the big warped hole which leads to another dimension, etc, etc. So again, from what we know of wormholes as humans, I guess, this is an awesome representation of what it would look like, and to put it in Rocket League as a goal explosion looks really nice. Then we have another one called Kryptonite. So Kryptonite is basically supposed to be something which is a superhero's weakness kind of thing. As you can see in this one, it's basically the goal explosion and then green shards of glass come out and fly everywhere. So again, another really cool concept, another really good idea. So for the next one, we have something called the Kraken. So the Kraken is also a very detailed one, a really nice one which he's made. It's basically when you score a goal, like some octopus's legs or tentacles come flying out everywhere, just going mental. I don't even know how to explain it, but as you can see on screen, it looks really nice and really clean, and I'm sure that will scare a few opponents off in an online match. So again, something I'd really like to see in the game. All of these so far is something I'd love to see. For the next one, we have something called Cannon Blast. Now this one is quite different and is really unique to a certain extent. It's actually really cool. So when you score with the Cannon Blast goal explosion, basically it's like it's just hit a ship, so wood flies everywhere. So say like you saw a barrel explode, wood would go everywhere. The same with a ship, to be honest, like in the pirate days and stuff, when if you shoot a cannon, would hit the boat and wood would fly everywhere. It's basically just that, which is really cool. But after that disappears, a pirate ship flag appears and starts waving about, which I think is really cool and unique. And that is again another thing I'd like to see in the game, which would be absolutely cool. And with this idea, I believe this could be taken really far, with this idea of having like a flag in the background. I bet in the future they could turn that into like country flags. So if you scored, you could have like, say your country's flag, like you can have the antenna as the country you're from, obviously. So for instance, I'm from England and I could have the England antenna on my Rocket League car as the antenna. You could have that for goal explosions perhaps. That could be a really cool concept, to have like your country as your goal explosion, which again would be kind of cool concept. So this idea has been brought out through this pirate ship flag idea, which I think is really cool, but I just think this could be even extended further into other things as well. So now the next one is again another one of my favorites. I actually really like this one because of the whole concept and the whole idea, and the fact that he even came up with this idea is just incredible. Binary, if you don't know, is actually like just zeros and ones in coding for computers and stuff, and it's very commonly seen in like hacking games and hacking. It's known as hacking and stuff because if you know how to code binary and stuff, you basically know the ins and outs of computers basically and how they work and everything. And if you've ever seen the film The Matrix, where like there's them screens where it's green and there's just numbers going about on the screen, that's basically binary. So this is kind of what the goal explosion is. This is kind of what it's based off, the binary idea, and I think it's just really detailed, really insane, and again something I'd really like to see in Rocket League because it's completely unique again. And again, I think this would also just be something really cool to see in games, scoring a goal and then seeing the binary just go everywhere. again, like, it's just a really cool concept and a really cool idea. Now for the last two, the second to last one, the 9th one, we have one called Bitplex. So he had to make one named after himself, which actually works out really well, because by looking at his channel, he seems to be into like the retro Mario and stuff, so like the pixely Mario and stuff like that, and that's kind of why he's got his name as Bitplex, because the bits and the plex, I don't know, like pixels and stuff. So similarly to the boost called Pixel Fire, he's kind of got the goal explosion, which is just pixels, and he's named it after himself, which I think is really cool. So I think if Psyonix were to use this or something like this, it would only be right that they used this name, purely because he came up with the concept and it actually kind of fits the goal explosion. It suits it, like his name and the name of the explosion suits the explosion. So I think it would be fair enough if they did that. And again, it just looks so cool, the whole of the pixels idea, with like little pixels floating about and everything like that looks really cool, with even the aftermath of the smoke. And also right at the end you can just see a white cloud of smoke wrapper, which looks really cool as well. So he's just put a lot of detail into these and it does look really cool. And then for the final one, we have our last one, which is called Venom, which you'll probably be able to tell by the name of it. It's just 3 snakes which jump out and like kind of like do a little bite thing with their tongues out and stuff. And again, just another really cool like 3D animation that Bitplex just came up with. Towards the end, they just disintegrate into like the air and turn into smoke. And again, it's just so much detail is put into each individual goal explosion. Like I said at the start of the video, God knows how long he spent working on these goal explosions, because the amount of detail that he's put into every single one of them is actually insane. And I did actually see on Twitter that ESL Rocket League did retweet this video, so I have a feeling Psyonix might get in touch with him. He also said in the comments section somewhere something like, vote your favorite ones and I'll get in touch with Psyonix. So I'm not sure if this guy already does have contacts with Psyonix or not, that they will be going into the game. So yeah, this isn't the first time that someone's made something off Rocket League and it's ended up actually on Rocket League. So this has happened before with a guy called Hurricane Modding. He actually made the glossy block paint finish way before it actually came out onto Rocket League in the Overdrive crate update. He uploaded a few weeks before a video and he didn't actually call it the glossy block, he called it like cubed or something like that, and it ended up being in the game. So it wouldn't surprise me if Psyonix actually used one of these goal explosions in their game in another update patch in the future. Like I said, it just wouldn't surprise me if they would do something like that. And obviously give credit where credit is due, because Bitplex has put a lot of effort into this and it's just insane work. And like I was saying at the start, now there's been goal explosions added into the game, there's like so much more of a wider range of things which graphic designers and people like Bitplex can do to the game, where they can like come up with their own ideas. It's just a new way they can come up with new concepts and ideas, and I think that's really cool. Like I said, it does give people like Bitplex an opportunity to get their work out there into the wider world and stuff. So I don't think it will be the last we'll be seeing of new concepts. I'm sure a lot of other people will jump on it and begin making their own. I think this is just like a Kickstarter, like this is the first one of many. A lot of people are going to be making their own custom ones. So if you guys like these goal explosions as much as I did, make sure you go check out Bitplex's channel, drop him some love, his link will be in the description right at the top. Let me know what your favourite goal explosion concept was in the comment section below. I'm interested to see what your guys' favourites were. Mine personally was the wormhole goal explosion and the binary one. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload brand new videos or when I live stream. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, make sure you smash the like button, and I will see you all in the next one. Catch you later.